Welcome, everyone, to Grit, Guts, and Gab, a podcast discussing resilience, determination, and perseverance. I'm Tamika, and
And I'm Jenny.
what are we talking about today, Jenny?
Today, we are going to talk about holiday stress. Is this an issue for you?
It definitely can be. I think holiday stress can be broken down into several categories. I will say last year I had a lot more holiday stress because financially we decided to celebrate both Christmas and Hanukkah so that my kids can get both sides of their family. And it was very expensive. Hanukkah, 8 days of me giving presents on top of people expecting presents for Christmas. So I will say last year I definitely had way more stress trying to celebrate two holidays that are gift giving related than I was this year because I'm like, yeah, I already got that t-shirt. I'm good.
Yeah, I have a lot of holidays. I've had a lot of holiday stress. It kind of has shifted over the years, like when my kids were little and we were visiting different families and hiding Christmas presents, and it was very stressful. And then it's kind of morphed over the years, and now it's a little less stressful, but stressful in a different way.
In a different way? Would you like to elaborate how different the stress is?
Well, we don't travel anymore, so we've gotten rid of that stress. We're staying home Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and now I just have to focus on meal planning, Christmas presents, wrapping presents, baking. I still do some baking.
Hmm.
I do cheat baking though. I am a terrible mom. So I buy the like bags of cookie mix where you add butter and water, and then I use that instead
I
of
don't
like,
think it's cheap baking. That's just, listen, someone created this convenience because they understood that you were a dedicated baker and there's so many things that are out here. It's more important for you to spend time with your family than it is for you to be in the kitchen. So
yeah,
this is just a way for you to spend more quality time with your family. Don't
yeah.
think of it as cheap baking. It's not cheating.
I have like 10 bags of cookie mix I have to make
It's
this weekend.
using the conveniences that are in our world. It's like saying, "Oh, I can't use a microwave because I have to go out and chop wood and warm up my food the old school way." Come on, man. It's
Yeah.
okay. It was meant to be that way. Like, so for me, I remember when I first started dating my boyfriend, I wanted to fly back for Christmas because I hadn't seen my family probably that whole year, and I had like a rule that at least within a 12-month period of time I would at least try to see them. But it was $600 just to fly from Maryland to Louisiana, and it was like, this is ludicrous. I could have gone to London for the price of that. Like, it's very difficult to know that I want to spend time with family, but the cost of the travel was astronomical. And then it also meant I didn't get the chance to spend Christmas with my boyfriend because we don't have another $600 to fly us both down to stare at my family for a few days. So he went to go spend time with his.
How is your holiday stress?
Well, this year I think more of my kids who were disappointed because I decided to put all their Christmas gifts in one big box. And now they're like, what am I getting for Christmas? This is just one present. Well, it's more about the other thing. So I'm trying to get them hopefully to understand and appreciate that it's not just about the gifts, but the hearing every day how they only have one present is annoying. So I would say I'm more annoyed than I am stressed, but I wish they would just let it go because I could just let the other present go. I could tell them that part. I wish I could spend time with more extended family, but with scheduling and everything, I don't know if that's going to be possible because I would like to spend more time with other people because it takes the stress I think off of trying to entertain your own family because they're I have preteens and I think that's all I need to say is I have preteens so they do their own thing but I don't know I wish I didn't have to work as much during the holidays because I don't really have time to be off for weeks at a time. Like I think that would also
Mhm.
help with some of the stress of just being able to relax, get up when I want to get up, do what I need to do. But they will be here for the next forever. It feels like till January 6th,
Yeah.
staring and asking 50, 11 questions and wanting meals. And I don't have any cookie dough that's already ready to go. I have nothing. So I am not prepared in that sense as far as Christmas, the reality of no groceries in here. Like I have nothing. If if Christmas was tomorrow, we would be very sad. I don't know what we would be eating. Chickpeas and think some frozen corn or something. It would be a
Yeah.
sad day.
I have ham, but
Okay.
I that's not our main meal. Like Christmas Eve, we're gonna do pizzas.
Okay. Are
I'm
you
gonna
making pizzas? Okay.
I worked at a take and bake pizza place a very long time ago, and I learned how to make some sauces and some good pizzas. My kids
Okay.
are like, "Oh, those pizzas suck," so whatever, don't eat them then. And then Christmas morning, I make a great big brunch.
Oh.
So I make a lot of food for Christmas morning. It's like the one thing I'm good at cooking. So I'll
Now,
go
do
with
you feel pressured to cook? Because it sounds like you're doing a lot of cooking over here.
I do a lot of cooking in like 3 days. Well, I have three girls that eat like teenage boys. My mom and my grandma are going to come over for Christmas morning and we're
Okay.
going to have mimosas. And then
Mm,
Christmas night, we're having ham and just a few sides. And I think I'm going to get some of them from Costco.
okay. So your brunch is, it sounds like the bigger meal of the
Yeah,
day.
brunch is our biggest meal of the holiday.
Now, is this before or after presents? Do you do brunch before you
We
eat? I mean,
do
open presents?
presents Christmas Eve.
Ah, okay, okay,
And games. I have a lot of games that we're gonna
okay,
play. So
okay.
I am doing like the Instagram reels, with all the games. We're gonna do some of those.
Okay. Now, do you feel burdened to do this? Because I'm just trying to
Yes.
figure out stress. Like, what if you decided, I'm not cooking this year and we're not playing any games? What would
My
Christmas
family
look
wouldn't eat and they wouldn't be able to open presents. They
like? So
wouldn't have
everybody's starving and not sure what to do next. You're like, I
one of
have
my
to
kids
run
made
this ship.
cookies though last night. She wanted to cook.
Okay,
So, she made some cookies last night from scratch.
okay. That's Were they good?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She'll probably give them all away to her friends so we won't have like a cookie platter.
Mm,
But
gotcha. But hey, are your kids having friends over too?
no. Well, my daughter is having her who she's in a relationship over.
Okay. For Christmas Eve or both?
And they stay the night.
Okay, gotcha.
Hmm. Yeah. How about you? Do you have family?
Again, I was hoping, I think my sister and brother have to work on Christmas Day, so it's gonna be tricky. And my brother is like 2.5 hours away, so I don't know logistically if they'll be able to come until after Christmas, but maybe that weekend we can spend time with them. But I don't have any plans to cook anything. I literally have no. It's like I forgot that Christmas is coming in 6 days, and now it's here, and I have zero plans on any of it. Maybe I could convince my husband to grill since it's warm enough to grill,
We
but
grill in the winter. Dead
I'm
of
like,
winter,
I
my
don't
husband's out there shoveling the snow
just
off of
be
the
having
grill.
ribs this Christmas. I have no idea what. I don't have a Christmas menu. I don't have a Christmas thought about it. I got nothing. All I know is I'm very proud that I am finished wrapping presents, other than whatever will stick in the stocking here or there. But I am done. Like it
I
is a
am
very
not.
refreshing feeling. Definitely taking off a lot of the stress because I have been one of those last minute Christmas Eve wrapping the last thing, trying to build Barbie dream houses, at night. Like it's not great. I'm trying to wait till kids go to bed to create things in your bedroom right next to theirs and hope they don't wake up to hear you chiseling away at this. Yes,
Yeah.
it is definitely a different sort of experience. It's free and it definitely has taken the stress off of it. And I also don't feel the stress that I need to meet their particular needs. I know that they may want things, but I mean, we all want things in life, but when they get their own families and monies and jobs, they can purchase the things that they would like for Christmas. But as for now, unless Santa comes through, I can't help
Yeah. I don't give my kids hardly anything all year round unless it's like a necessity. I
them. Like,
don't
you
buy
need
them.
new underwear, I guess, but this was Christmas, okay? You're
Yeah,
like,
they get it for Christmas. They get everything for Christmas. I don't really do school clothes shopping. Like I might buy them like one thing, but hardly anything. I wait until Christmas. But that means I wrap over 600 gifts, like each pair of socks. I mean, I have 3 kids. And then
I think I
I
got about
used to
10
buy
gifts
stuff for
today.
my brother. I mean, I still buy him gifts, but and then
Aw.
my husband, like everybody gets everything for Christmas, shampoo, conditioner.
600 presents. You're like, if you guys want food, it's all under here. Your potato chips in there, wrapped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That is a lot of gifts. You have to send me a picture of what this tree looks like with 600 presents under there because
Well, this year it's not as much because
okay.
we're upgrading your phones.
Okay.
So consider
Gotcha.
that your gift. And you get to drive. Your
Mhm.
insurance is expensive.
Okay. You're like,
But
you
I
get to
still
live here with the lights on. Congratulations. I wrapped up the light bill for you. Merry Christmas.
I still wrap the underwear. Like I still got them underwear.
So my question, are you I don't know what kind of underwear, if you have the kind that's in a package or if you have like the kind you go to the store and
We went to
purchase it.
Victoria's Secret.
Okay, okay. Because I'm like, if you had like some package underwear, you're like taking one out of the pack. Each one
I
is one
no
separate.
individually. I've done that before where I wrapped literally everything individually. I'll have to look for an old holiday photo. I had
Ridiculous.
garbage bags full of presents I had to hide from my kids
Mm,
because they literally got nothing all year except for their birthday, but their birthday isn't even as big as Christmas.
mm. Yeah, it sounds like nothing as big as Christmas. You're like, this is your shampoo to last you all year till next Christmas. This is your deodorant to last you till next Christmas. This is your lotion for next Christmas. Wow. You're like, you go all in for Christmas.
I
So does
used
that add more stress for you? Would it have been easier to spread it out throughout the year?
Probably. And I've been doing that because I will tell you, when I wrapped those 600 presents, it was like during meetings with my cameras off. Like I couldn't keep, like it took me literally like 3 weeks to wrap all those
Mm,
presents.
gotcha. And you have good hiding places that they don't
I
find?
used to.
Okay. Now
Well,
you're
I used
like,
to tell them if you don't believe in Santa, then Santa's bringing you nothing.
okay.
And they're like, I
I
believe.
believe in Santa. Let him come. Bring on the Santa. Well,
We used
I
to
was
hide our gifts, and then my brother would sneak over when we were out and then put out all the gifts and then leave our house. So he would help keep the magic alive.
keep the magic alive. I always felt sad. I guess I don't know. I don't want to say sad, but I don't know. I guess that would be the best word for my friends who felt like they needed to be in multiple places, like their parents divorced on both sides, and then it's like, well, now I gotta bring the grandkids over to 4 different houses and have them like spend amount of time, and then they're measuring time. Well, you spent 3.5 hours over at their house, but you only spent an hour and a half here. Or you spent the night last year with them, and now you're saying you need to leave in a few hours. So I don't envy that at all. It feels like
Yeah,
a lot of pressure
we
to
used to do that.
gotcha.
We would open presents Christmas morning and then we'd have to leave in like half an hour. So my kids would be crying because they just got all these presents and we had to leave.
And they can't play with anything. It's
I
like, all
can't
right,
play.
leave that along behind you. See you later. Bye.
We had
Yeah.
4 places to go to.
So is that why you decided to do Christmas Eve? To give them a chance to open it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we stopped going to
Travel.
all the families. They could come here if they wanted to.
Yeah. Because it's a lot. I mean, 3 kids traveling Christmas, like it's one of the best Christmases I ever had was we went on a family vacation on Christmas and decided to go to New Orleans, and we had both sides of our families there, and it was just so refreshing. And one of my friends stayed back in Maryland and put all the presents under the tree while I was gone. So, because my kids were like, "Well, what if Santa doesn't know we're here?" Oh, he knows you're here. So we had a little small tree in our room,
Yeah.
and they had presents there, and then they had presents back when they came back home. So it was just definitely a lot less stress. Nobody had to cook, nobody had to clean. No, it was just we could just hang out with each other and spend time without any of the pressures that come along with the holidays and trying to make it great. So we
That
left
is
that to
my
the hotel
dream.
to make that great. Mhm.
That's my dream. Someday, that's my dream.
Okay. Well, let's make it a reality. You got 6 days. Let's go. We,
I'll be coming down to
yeah.
visit
You're
you
like, where are we going? I'll be going down to visit my friend. Sorry. It'll be
and
in the
sitting at
70s.
her pool.
Yes, it'll be in the 70s down there. That's where I will be hanging out.
That's like a heat wave.
Yeah, I'm sure. I am sure. When I think about the holidays, the other part for me, remember that holiday I said I had to fly, I flew back home to be with my family. That same year, my boyfriend's grandmother died on Christmas Day. And
Oh no.
so every Christmas, it kind of brings back that memory. So although, it's great, we're glad to celebrate, it still is in the back of everybody's head on his side of the family of,
Yeah.
this is when I lost my grandma, my mom, my aunt, like whoever. So it is definitely it's a mixed bag. And I know that for other people who don't have family, I don't have my both of my parents are deceased. So, it would be a different Christmas, I think, if they had been around, but I don't know, is different always better? I don't know. But I just know that it does still in the back of your mind. You think of the people that you've lost, and it can be sad, especially if people are lonely at Christmas. So just
You
want to take
know,
that.
forging a new path with new traditions. We've done that recently
Okay.
with the games that we play on Christmas Eve, trying to make it a little more fun. So we had to pivot and turn pretty quickly.
Okay. So what's your favorite game? If
Uh,
you can share. I don't know if it's like pin the tail on my husband. I don't know. I don't
no,
know. Something weird like
no, we went
that.
to like Hungry Hippos, only except you put cups over your hand and you get little marshmallows and you have to put them on a big plate. So you have to try to get the marshmallows onto your plate
With a cup.
with cups over your hands. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, how do you do? Is that easy to do? Because I'm like,
No. No, people
okay,
are fighting over the
can you
marshmallows
squeeze
and
the marshmallow together and hold
yes.
them? And
Yes.
okay. I'm like,
But then
like,
people are I just like to instigate, so then I mess up everybody else's game of trying to pick up the marshmallows.
gotcha. I'm
So
like,
I hit their hands with my cups.
gotcha. I'm like, oh, so we have like bumper cups. Like I
Bumper
can
cups. Yes.
can move it. So is this timed or is just whoever at the end once
We'll
all the
just play
marshmallows are
for a
gone?
little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just call
I
it.
like it. I think I may borrow that one. Plus, it keeps my kids' hands off electronics. They're inside of something. They're not staring at. I may use that little. That
Yeah,
one I may borrow. Are they big marshmallows or tiny marshmallows? Because
the
that would be the
tiny
whole.
ones.
That's crazy. You're like, good luck, everyone.
Yeah, and then you can also use a straw with those same marshmallows, and you have to pick them up one by one and put them in a cup to clean up afterwards.
Okay. All
And you
right.
can see how many you
You're
get
like,
in a
so
cup.
you got like double games. You're like, my games have games. I like
Yes.
it. That's pretty clever.
Yeah,
Pretty
anything to lighten the mood because, we had to pivot and change a couple years ago. And I thought this would be a fun way. And all the Instagram reels, I feel like everybody's playing games again on Christmas Eve. I don't know. I feel like we had to start a new tradition.
okay. And I
So,
think I think when I talked about the Christmas and the tree and not having a lot of presents, I think that Facebook, social media, all the things can definitely add to that level of stress in a way of feeling like you need to compete or keeping up with the Joneses or the Williamses or Franks or whoever out there. And I feel like I what I try to do is is have them say some three things they're grateful for, because maybe
Oh yeah.
gratitude can help them not be focused so much on what they don't have and make them actually see the things they do have, because we really do have a lot of champagne problems here. First world problems. Like, there is not, like, what is the, you're
Yeah.
upset because my presents, I don't have enough of them, where people don't have clean water. So it's like, when you balance it out and you have them look at the world from for what it is, I think that they then are able to actually have more appreciation than when you're comparing yourself to some celebrity online who's had sponsors send them 1,000 gifts to put under their tree. So it's different, I think. So I don't know if your kids feel like they need to keep up with what their friends have. Okay. Or
Not at all.
maybe you're the bar. You
They do dance, and so they know that we're broke. Like, we pay for their activities, and
okay.
we pay for college, and so they really, this year especially, didn't ask for much. One year I got them like two things from Lululemon each, and they were so grateful because I hadn't bought Lululemon before.
Okay. Well, hey, so there you go. You could have really had just four presents, six presents in the tree, two things from Lululemon, and 600. You could have saved you over there. What is that? 594 presents that you didn't
Yeah,
have to wrap.
yeah,
That's a little Lulu. Did you let them pick it out themselves, or
yeah.
was it a surprise? Okay.
I make my kids try everything on before I buy it. Otherwise, it won't fit right, and then the tags
Right.
are on it, and they donate it.
What? You don't just take it back?
I mean, if it's like
Not okay.
six
I don't know
months,
how early. I was gonna say I don't know how early you started shopping. You're like, I started
no,
shopping in February for the
no.
year for Christmas. Yeah, okay.
Sometimes, I buy them things, they don't try it on, and it sits in their closet for like a
And it's
year,
past the
and
time that
then
I could have returned it. Yes.
mhm.
Oh, I know. I got that
So I make
situation.
my kids try everything on if they want it.
Okay. And then if they don't, then that tells you how bad they want it. I like that. That's a good bar right there of
Yeah.
dealing with that. So in addition to like the games and I guess and doing the gratitude, are there any other things that you can think of that can help people who may be dealing with stress during the holidays?
Maybe we should talk about coping skills that you use
Hmm.
over the holidays. I can think of all the negative ones.
You're
I have
like
a
the
lot
drinking,
of
the
negatives.
drugs, the shooting up crack. Okay, I don't. Do you shoot crack?
No,
I don't know if
uh,
you shoot crack or not.
drinking alcohol, not always the best coping skill.
And in
Getting
your
not
room,
enough sleep,
avoiding people for life.
avoiding people for life, not a great coping skill. People overeating, undereating, people have
Mhm.
like tendencies for negative coping skills. I like to clean as a coping skill, but
Oh,
sometimes I can take that too
too
far.
far. You're like people are still eating. You're like I'm cleaning up while you're sitting here.
People are like gagging from the bleach smell. Like,
Yeah,
it
I
can be
yes,
bad.
you're that person when you go to the restaurant. You're like you just clean up that table with like the swampy like bleach water, like ugh, the whole place reeks of it. Yes, no, okay, I can see where that could go too far. Even though cleaning sounds positive, doing it in the wrong times to the extreme could be a
Yeah.
little too much. But
The
at least at the
angry
end, it's clean.
is not great.
Okay.
My family stays away. They like go and hide when I'm angry
Ah,
cleaning.
so that's when you're like, I got out the bleach, people.
Yeah.
Mommy's coming. I think when I think about, as I said before, I try to have them think about something positive, and I do the same thing. And I guess mindfulness for me is something that I tried to take on a few years ago, is just being present, because
Mhm.
it's so easy to be thinking about what I have to do next, and or what I didn't do or forgot to do, or who I forgot to call to say wish happy, holidays, that it can you can get in your own head and you're not present playing the games. I'm not picking up the marshmallows now because I'm thinking about what I need to do or what I haven't done. And for me, I try to be intentional about being present and we watched a Christmas movie yesterday. They wanted to watch Christmas Break-In about somebody breaking in a school. I feel like it was an old movie because Danny Glover was in there. I'm like, what was the last Danny Glover movie? And so it was it was an
Did you
older
find it
one,
on Tubi? There's a
but I
couple of
was but I was
Christmas
present
movies
with
on
my
Tubi.
children as they were watching the movie, and so I think things like that. It's just being fully
Yeah.
present in each moment, even if it's a small moment. Maybe you can't be present all the time. I know our minds wander, but I do try to be intentional about trying to be present.
Yeah. I'm going to try really hard to use a little more mindfulness and to let things go a little. Like, not hold on so tightly to things and make sure everything is perfect.
Hmm.
If it's not, oh well.
Because some of the greatest memories are the imperfect things, like something that was supposed to go a certain way, it didn't go that way, and then you look back on it and everybody's laughing and giggling, and then it's not this whole raw, you messed up my television. Yeah, my husband can definitely get to that. I need it to be this way. This is what my expectation is, and if it doesn't hit that, then he can go to that. I'm disappointed in this whole experience, and it doesn't have to be a disappointment. With like there were moments that were salvageable here in the middle of all of this, and you miss the salvageable moments because of we made the whole thing a mess. So yeah.
And I am taking shortcuts when I can
Okay.
instead of, because I have literally made like 10 different kind of cookies from scratch. This year I'm doing the bag cookies, or I'm like going to Costco and buying, the sides. I'm going to try to do things a little easier rather
Okay.
than spend more time on things. I think
Yeah.
that will help.
I hope it will for sure, because at the end, when somebody's like, "This, what is this pizza in a box?" or whatever, and okay, your whatever your pizzas that you're making, like then you're like frustrated. You're like, "I did all this cooking, all this cleaning, all this," and it's like, "No, you're right. You don't have to eat the pizza. Matter of fact, don't eat the pizza. Make your pizza dough out of toast if that's what you feel like you want to do." But you beating yourself
Yeah.
up when you could have 19 different sides from Costco that I'm sure are delicious without you having to stress over it. It's going to be worth every second. And then if you
Yeah.
have three teenage boys slash girls at your house, then if they eat and eat and eat, at least you didn't spend all the time cooking it, and you could just go replace it with more Costco food, whatever, after
Yeah.
Christmas. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
So stress is a real thing. I think setting boundaries too, like the boundaries of going to all these people's houses. Like if you want to come see me, I have two kids who are toddlers. Like come visit me. It's a lot easier for one person to travel than for four people to travel. And I think
Yes.
that setting that boundary, and then also not having the expectation of other people. So I don't have the expectation that my siblings buy me and all of my family presents. If you do, great. If you don't, like I'm not gonna feel upset because it didn't happen. If I want to buy you something, then I will. If not, again, I do know a lot of families who have this. We have a thing. You have to spend this amount of money on these amount of presents. This is your entire list that you need to buy for, and it's not a thing. It's no consideration of what somebody's life situation is, and it's like we all have to do it. It's what we've always done, but you don't always have to do what you've always done. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, when we used to go to other family members with three small children, their houses weren't kid proof.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mine
That
was never.
was like the worst. We were running around just chasing our kids.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a good holiday at all.
You selling stuff on my shelf. I never kid proofed my house. Like just said no. So if they do it, then they were going to find the natural consequences of books and things falling on their head. But for the most part, they just
Yeah.
avoided the things. So I didn't, knock on wood, have to deal with that at other people's houses because my house was 100% probably the worst, not kid proof. I had plates like china out. Like people are like, "Are you gonna move that?" No, I'm not gonna move it. Like why would I? They know not to touch it. It is like they could have totally destroyed my house as kids, but they thankfully did not. But it could have gone bad because I had staircases. Yeah, I had none of the things
I
that
had
people.
crazy twins who ran in different directions at all times.
Yeah, that would have been difficult because now you're dealing with two of them at the same time. See, at least I had 22 months. So by the time my daughter was born, my son could walk and move around and navigate things and help with stuff. And he was very protective and would not let her do anything that she's not supposed to do and would make sure that nobody else did anything. Her very first day at daycare, they have a picture of him just standing there, like watching her and watching all the kids around, like, get away from my sister. Don't touch her.
That's
She's
cute.
mine. And so it was cute. Like, she's mine. Don't mess with her. And so
Well, as we wrap up, maybe we should ask people, what is your coping skill for the holidays?
yeah. How are you going to deal with any stress? I did see something fun, and I don't know if anybody would like to try it out here. It's a Christmas bingo. If you want to turn your stress around, like create these fake bingo cards about all the stress that you deal with, family drama, someone showing up late, food burnt. And then whoever has the card with all the things, whoever can fill it up and get them a bingo wins. So maybe this works more with your friends and your family because they may feel some type of way if they're filling up most of the bingo. Who has bleach that they're spraying while I'm trying to eat? It could.
You know,
But
though, it is a really bingo. I suggest that a lot to people because it really does take the emotion out of it and makes it a little more logical and it makes it a little more fun.
yeah,
Like who's going to overdrink and say something terrible?
yeah,
It's kind of fun instead of it being like a real
serious. Yeah,
moment, a serious moment. It makes it kind of fun, lighthearted, and
yeah.
more logic, more thinking than emotion.
Didn't feel it. That's true. That's true. So
I
think
might
about
have to
it. Are
try
you?
that.
Hmm?
I might have to try that for my teenagers and my husband
But
and
I would probably keep it general. I don't know if I would put like which one of these people are going to cry first. But I would just probably put that somebody is going to complain. Who's gonna be like? So if you B complain, like, oh yep, I got complain under there. Bingo. That's
yeah,
the bingo. So if you come up with a good card, let me know. Share it with me. I'd be interested to see. But what are your coping skills, everyone? Try to have something. The holidays can be wonderful, beautiful, great, or they can be absolutely horrendous. So let's try to make yours great and try to think of something that's going to help you make the most of it. You don't have to do more than you want to do. Basically, it's at the end of the day, it's your life. So,
that's right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today and like and subscribe.
yeah, for another episode of Grit, Guts, and Gab, again, where we're talking about determination. We're
Resilience.
talking about resilience, determination, and perseverance, and basically anything else you want to talk about. Thank you.
All right, thank you.